hello, hello, hello. Mountain Man, ASMR here to let you know I'm thinking of you. I have the most wonderful opportunity at present moment to record a little bit of ASMR in the house. That's right. Normally there's a lot of activity going on here. However, on this particular occasion, on this evening, we have an opportunity to kick back, and my goal is to get you to sleep. I'm going to take my time, and we're gonna go and go and go so that you can just follow through your own process of reaching total relaxation. So let's begin with a little chime for the sake of the energy of this session. These are chimes that I got in New York City years ago, and I love them because I think they look like flying saucers. Listen how beautiful they are. The whole house starts to creak and shake a little bit because this frequency is so beautiful. Let's do 2 more of these. Reminding yourself to breathe deeply through the nose. Letting those frequencies permeate every cell of your body with one last inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Very nice. I have this stone that I found recently. It's a mix of smoky quartz, agate, and ruby, and it's a large, solid, beautiful stone that looks like a heart. And so I'm just going to adjust this a little bit to where it was before. The whole thing, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Here is this stone that I found in a stream nearby. I walk every day in the woods, and while I'm there, I go to a stream usually, and I tend to take home some friends from time to time, as in these stones, and this is one that I find is really good for healing and for the heart and for relaxation. And so I wanted to present this to you and let you know that we're working on the healing of the heart and the renewal of your energy. And I have a few other quartz. This one I found just today, believe it or not. This one here I found today. And it has some amber, which used to just be pine sap. And what's really wild is that in this stream, or in the woods where I go, there aren't many pine trees. also can help with your pain remembrances. Things from the past that may still be lurking, trying to get you to bring it back to life with a little bit of attention. And instead of any of that happening, we're going to focus on the good and only good news and good report. And through the use of these beautiful stones that have been charged with millions of years of flowing streams, we can come to a balanced conclusion of the day and let our conscious self drift into the perfect union with your everlasting spirit. As you drift off into sleep, the person who you were during this day lets go, and you find yourself communing with your best version to say, listen, tomorrow we have an opportunity to do this even better than we did today. What is it that's needed so that we can do this? And I can tell you, after a lot of searching, after a lot of mistakes, being calm before all other things grants all wishes, makes everything true. So I want you to let go of your day. I want you to let go of the expectations that have been put before you. And I want you to make the following affirmations that I'm going to read to you be the only thing that permeates your mind before you drift off to sleep. And by allowing these words to be part of your subconscious experience this evening, by inviting your ego and your name and your belief systems, all beautiful in their own right, we're going to let them just take a step to the side and have a chance to rest and recover, while we really put on the map of your existence of good things to come some really cool points of interest. Let's start here. This is an affirmation from the science of getting rich, and this is from 1910. So I modified a meditation that was provided by Wallace Willis, who is the author. And this is the modification that I want you to repeat to yourself. All that's been changed is just the perspective, so that instead of me saying, you are abundant, you are wealthy, you are opulent, you are perfect health, instead of me saying all of these things to you, I'd rather it be coming from what I believe to be your highest self as you drift off into a restful, deep sleep. Let these words permeate your subconscious and set in motion a seed of your excellence, now coming forward as desired all along, for it is your right to live well and live good. All we're doing is reminding you of your truth, your love. You are love. Say this to yourself on repeat. Never stop. The riches I receive are in exact proportion to the definiteness of my vision, the fixity of my purpose, depth of my gratitude. I'm just going to keep reading this over and over again so you can start to understand and assimilate these very words with every one of your 50 trillion cells in your body. And to let those very special 500,000 beautiful neurons that actually sit in the gut and work as a part of your central nervous system, your autonomic nervous system, forgive me. The gut is a brain that we're going to feed right now through feeling, the feeling of self-worth, the feeling of value, the deservedness of goodness and love, unconditional love, these things. And I'm here to speak to you as your father, you see. As much as I'm a mountain man and I'm out in the woods a lot, I'm also a father, and I take great pride in being a father. I understand what the role entails. It requires me enveloping you with the security that you're never alone, that you will not want. And if you were my child, I would assure you that you do not die, as strange as that sounds. You come from a source of everlasting spirit. Your body is one thing and an important treasure that we have on lease for about however long you want to live. But inside that which is generating these feelings and giving you access to your life experience, your memories, your failures, your successes, your wins and losses. This is your spirit. It's more your breath than your body. It's more your spirit than yourself, as in your ego self. For the moment that you die, the spirit goes back to its infinite source of constant creation. So, the only way we can become certain with all the things that we say and do is to be truthful. What you believe becomes true in time, and your belief comes in the form of a feeling. That feeling is formulated in the gut, and the gut exists in order for you to bypass the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system in the event that you have gone through significant pains and trauma. You have this mechanism that is able to directly communicate with the vagus nerve and the pituitary and the pineal gland, effectively bypassing your nervous system that has to do with a light switch going on and off, fight or flight, learning in community. Somehow you're able to get that learning in community all the time through the gut. But it's the hardest thing to train because we're so used to these negative experiences in life. But not you. Not anymore. Today is change. I change today. Say it to yourself. I change today. I literally change everything with the breath. You be the breath. And let this divine source that keeps you alive handle all the rest. you will be in the best hands. So when I say that I'm your father figure, your caring provider, you have to understand that I come from a bigger father. I come from a father that is generating my own life experience. And that's the father that I wish and pray to connect you with. In order to do that, I have to give you a feeling that you are worth. I have to give you permission to feel like a child. And then I can open the world to you. So it starts with these affirmations, as strange as they may sound. They're designed for you to awaken your truth, which is you are an amalgamation of cells, 50 trillion of them, all devotees to you, the captain of your ship. And you earn this right by winning against 250 million other competitors. So yes, this life is competitive. To say that competition need not exist is the same as saying we need no light. There has to be resistance in order to create light, and to have resistance there has to be polarity. There has to be the coming and going of seasons and the oscillations of our emotions, the ups and downs, the rainy days, the sunny days, all these things that fall in contrast. They must be here. And somehow we have to figure out a way to be in the middle of it all. And not only be in the middle, but survive it. The truth of the matter is, the only truth is calm. Staying in the middle of the storm. It just requires the breath. Here is the pyramid of your life. Do you see it? The sacred temple of your life. And at the bottom of it, it serves as source. It serves as a feeding mechanism. This is a feeding mechanism for the body and for the mind. But this is communion with your highest self. Save the mouth, just as I breathe in through the mouth. No. Save the mouth for food. Save the nose for your breath. And this will change your health. Breathing through the nose. Little extra sips at the end, then exhale. Bringing stillness to the body. Inhale. Swallow. Breathe normally. I have to say that to myself sometimes. Breathe normally. It's a beautiful practice that once you prolong the breath and deepen the breath, you start to reach areas of the body that have been starving for some fresh renewal. And it gets used to it, and it will feed you miracles in the form of perfect health, wealth, abundance, goodness. I have this incense. It's one of my favorites in the world. This is Fred Saul's Mexican copal. And it's been freezing so they don't stick together because these are so resinous. Oh, they're so resinous that they stick together, and that's a good thing. Look at the resin on this. You can see it shining. It's crazy. Beautiful resin. So let's enjoy a little bit of this copal. We're going to use this beautiful Holy Spirit candle. Remember, I was talking about the pyramid. It's a pyramid shape. The nose. I'm still getting used to looking at the camera. I'm normally used to looking at that side, so I keep looking over there. But just know, I think I'm looking at you. And that's all that really matters, right? To know that you're not alone. Never. Here's your proof. The Holy Spirit. You can't survive without it, my friend. You must breathe to survive, and it's your salvation within it. Of the carbon dioxide coming out at the end of my breath should be an indication that I almost put this out. With the carbon dioxide that came out of my nose at the end. That's how pure it is when it goes through the nose. With your mouth, you have to. It's so much different when you breathe through the nose. It changes your life. That's why I push it so hard. Espíritu Santo, Holy Spirit, tú eres divina, divino. Confío en ti con tu respiración. Toma una respiración por la nariz profundamente, por favor. Más o menos. Exhale. I have starved this container of all oxygen. It's either I click this over and over again, or we get creative. Let's get creative. Those are coyotes. Yipping. They're howling. Wow, they are howling big time. It's usually an indication that there's been a birth of cubs. And it happens this time of year. Happens this time of year. Wow. Let's see if we can capture some of that sound outside while we light this copal. Let this permeate the space. Because I'll tell you, those coyotes are really, really loud. And just as I was lighting this copal, and the coyotes, they originate from Mesoamerica. So let us take this opportunity to thank the coyotes for their company this evening as we purify the space with the Mexican copal literally sticking to my fingers. Sticking to my fingers. Start to deepen the breath. Whatever sensations you may be holding on to, offer them up at this time. Be sure to offer them up. And as you offer them up, the breath of life comes in and leaves, bringing you great renewal of strength, faith, goodness, all that you believe is good in you. As you fall into a deep state of relaxation, just listen to the repetition of these words as if you were having blissful contact with your highest good. exact proportion to the definiteness of my vision, the fixity of my purpose, the steadiness of my faith, and the depth of my gratitude. The riches I receive are in exact proportion to the definiteness of my vision, the fixity of my purpose, the steadiness of my faith, and the depth of my gratitude. This is an affirmation for creatives, those who work in the arts, film, music, writing, anything creative. Whenever you're improving yourself, that's when you're being creative. It's the opposite of competition, which is the wow. Competition is the rejection of cooperation with others. Creativity is cooperation with God. You cannot create something good without that source. When you compete, you reject your access to the source. They're yipping. And they're very close outside. In fact, what I think we need to do is open the door so you can hear. And I'm going to put this out for now. That's very hot. I thought I could easily put it out. There. It wasn't so much easy as it was a matter of just being faithful to the cells of my body and believe that they can withstand the heat. Let's listen to these yips outside because they are crazy. And in the meantime, you're just going to see background, but you get a chance to listen if I do this right. Which means I'm going to try to do this quietly. As quietly as I possibly can. So you can hear these yips. Like I said, when these yips happen, it's usually an indication that pups are being born. So just bear with me here. Let's listen. Let's listen in. Let's listen in. I can see slightly. So quiet and warm tonight too. The temperature is fairly warm. Listening quietly to the sounds of nature. Listening patiently. Listening. Someone starting their car. Turning lights on into the woods. I'm sure it doesn't help the situation. Probably frightens the coyotes. So what I'm going to do is close this door. And if I hear the coyotes again, I'll be sure to come and open the door. Sometimes we get surprise sounds and visits from animals in the woods. Actually happens just about daily, like I said. This is an unusual treat that we have each other's company under such quiet circumstances to where we can even hear the coyotes. It's pretty cool. Just as we're lighting this Mexican copa. And I'm going to be more courageous with putting this out. It wasn't as hot as I thought it would be. And I've been concentrating recently on withstanding extreme temperatures. And this helps a lot. For sure, this helps a lot. I was saying before the coyotes took my attention, which is beautiful. This is an affirmation for those creatives who are looking to cooperate. Just let this sink into your subconscious. My writings go forth to bless. You can say this for anything. I use it for my writings. But you can say my songs, my blog, my vlog, my social media posts. Whatever your creative endeavor is. Okay? I go forth with my creative endeavors to bless, heal, inspire, elevate, and dignify the mind and hearts of men and women. And I am divinely compensated in a wonderful way. I look upon money as divine substance, where everything is made from the one spirit. I know matter and spirit are one. Money is constantly circulating in my life, and I use it wisely and constructively. Money flows to me freely, joyously, and ceaselessly, endlessly. Money is an idea in the mind. The universal subconscious mind, God. Money is an idea in that perfect state. And therefore it is good, and very good. Just as you breathe endlessly through your nose and enrich your body with the resources of oxygen, imagine wealth coming into your life. Say it to yourself. Just as my creative endeavors bring forth the best representation of who I am, my breath becomes that repetition of the wisest, healthiest, best version of me. Say this to yourself. I am perfect health. I am abundant. I am wealth. I am in a perfect relationship. I am attracting the job of my desire. I am concentrated on my purpose, which is good and only the good. I am surrendering my body, my soul, its purpose, all of my ideologies, all of my belief systems, all of my ego self, all the things that represent me and my name. I surrender all of this conscious experience to this source that brought me here and makes it possible to continue. I align myself with that source, and through my alignment and surrender, I receive all of its faculties, that which is limitless, birthless, deathless, changeless, and ever present in my life. For it is the source of my breath that continues my life. Therefore, my conscious experience is brought forth by the breath, which is the symbol of everlasting life. And beyond the symbol, it is the faculty itself for continuation. You must breathe. So breathe. Breathe profoundly through the nose. And imagine your highest good. Say to yourself, I invite a flood of wealth into my life with each and every breath. I invite perfect love into my life with each and every breath. I invite complete and total purpose in my oneness with creative self with every breath. I create stillness in myself with every breath. I access the highest, wisest element of who I am through the breath. I am one with the breath. I am. Let it go. Let it reach its destination without any distortion or interference. At any time you feel overwhelmed, stressed out, defeated, presented with difficulty, take a deep inhale through the nose. Say to yourself, in your mind, God's grace and goodness flood my life and my body and my home and my work. Grace is the effect of stillness. It's the proof that you have surrendered your body to a higher power that allows you to do these things. Okay, please don't be alarmed. This is resin. It's just resin. We talked about that earlier, didn't we? Perhaps you may or may not have heard. This is a big, big ball of resin. And it's been around for a long time. It's been around for a long while. I have to keep reminding myself to look at you there. This has been around for a long while. And I keep saying that because spring reminds us of longevity, as all the seeds that were once laying dormant come alive instantaneously, and then we start to hear the coyotes and all the other things around us. So, it's a good time for affirmations and saying to ourselves messages of worth and beauty and love just before we drift off to sleep, for it has an incredible impact on our well-being. Remember, try to avoid thinking about money in a negative way. Say to yourself, I look upon money as God's idea. And when I speak about God, I'm talking about love. Unbridled, unconditional love that finds its way permeating everything in perfect expression. Love. When I speak about God, that's what I refer to. I refer to truth. For there is only that truth. There is only your oneness with this source. If you didn't have oneness, you wouldn't be. You just wouldn't exist. Your oneness is what keeps this body together. It's an amazing system where you live in a finite world. Yet all around you, you communicate with the infinite realm of creation. It's a special gift to be a human being, and it's an even more special gift to be conscious. Consciousness is your reassurance that you shall not end. That's a major revelation. You live in that assurance now, for I have fed the truth back to you after you let your body drift into a deeper your state of relaxation, these messages take on a whole new meaning, and they permeate and restore your body to perfect health, perfect wealth, all of your dreams and desires fulfilled, for that is your destiny and your natural state of being. Sickness is poverty. Don't forget that. So when you speak of money, speak well of that which you wish to attract into your life. And when you observe others who have what you desire, instead of wishing to take it from them or wishing that you could have it yourself because there's some sort of scarcity, remind yourself of the truth. Your breath is infinite in its supply, and the Holy Spirit is part of the triune God. Therefore, your breath is the Father of creation. Depending on how you nurture your body with your breath, shall be the example of your world before you. It is a direct reflection of how you treat your body through the breath. So treat it well with nice, big, healthy helpings through the nose. And do this at least a few times a day. It feels so good, so restorative. And once you've done that, and you understand there's no difference between the energy that allows you to breathe versus the energy that allows you to attract wealth, but they're one and the same. You say to yourself, I look upon money as God's idea, love's idea. That's what money is. And it is constantly circulating in my life, just like the blood in my veins, just like the breath that comes and goes in repeated fashion. Just like the tides of the ocean coming in and going out. Love is an idea that is God's idea, and so are riches. So, once again, say this to yourself. I look upon money as God's idea, and it is constantly circulating in my life, and that of all the people who surround me. You, too. We use it wisely, judiciously, and constructively, under God's guidance and under God's wisdom. Remember, no difference between God and love. They're one and the same. So when we talk about God's guidance and God's wisdom, we're not talking about something that's outside of you. We're talking about your highest, wisest self that comes through the disciplined breath and the stillness of your body. It requires a leap of faith. You gotta trust your gut. You have this infinite source within you. Believe. For this same source can be used to destroy your body. You have 50 trillion devotees, 50 trillion cells. They're all mirror reflections of who you are, and they all wish to stay together and be strong and fortify your temple. For you are the skipper, you are the captain. You make all the moves. So now you understand that you're spirit, right? Because your cells wouldn't serve a body. Why? It would be unanimated and decomposing. It would be going through its own process. The cells of your body, they are devotees of your spirit, your highest good. And you wake with that intact before all of the busyness of the day has reached in and grabbed you and said, this is your priority before you even open your eyes. Please commune with your spirit, for it is one with you come morning, before the activities of the day have diluted or distorted the image of your perfection. Wake in the truth of your renewed self. And anytime you feel overwhelmed with pains from the past, breathe in. God's love flooding your life, your body, your home, your loved ones, all receiving the benefits, for the resources are endless. Endless resources with the breath and with the organized thought. There's no cost for an organized thought, and there's no cost for a breath. But there's a cost if you do not exercise organized thoughts, and there is a cost if your breath is shallow. Let it be the same in all areas of your life. Make it a deep, profound breath, and the joy of knowing that this conscious experience has been provided to you by the same source that brought you here. You are made in the image of the source, therefore you are loved. And this is unavoidable. No matter what the world says to you about you, to you, you are pure spirit. And upon departure from this body and this life, you shall understand this as your truth. That's the guarantee that the senior partner in your life gives. It's love. Your senior partner is love. And it is your highest good. It is your Christ consciousness. It is how Christ, Jesus of Nazareth, Moses, Buddha, attained all of these incredible, miraculous powers. Every major enlightened being became like a child, surrendered their body, all of their ability and their awareness to this source. And in that became an expression of the source without any distortion, and therefore were seen as divine and human at the same time. It's a very hard thing to do. But once you learn how to balance the physical life with the spiritual, it's like riding a bike. You never forget, and you get better at it every time. It's like a language. Eventually, the phrases start to make sense, and you can retain it and understand something's changing as a result of this newfound knowledge and understanding. Oh, bless you. Bless you on this day. And I know that it's been mostly speaking, and I had intended on making some noises, it's a really good time for you to drift off to sleep now that we've said all these beautiful things and we've generated the appropriate thoughts to entertain so that the feelings guide you into your dream state and you wake profoundly renewed. Just remember the feeling of wealth. It generates wealth. So instead of thinking about the bills you have to pay or the things you owe, think about your breath issuing all the money that you need to pay your bills, and say to yourself, my bills are paid in due order through the same source that provides me with the opportunity to breathe. Knowing that that source is endless, money falls in the same category as energy and frequency like all else. Slight variations in chemistry and physics lead to the same result everywhere. Slight variations are all the examples we see before us. Slight variations. Money's no different. So the feeling of wealth generates wealth. Feeling is the cause. Money, the effect. The manifest is the effect. Feeling is the cause. And in order for you to feel wealth, you must concentrate on having it now. Let those bills land in your hand. Let everything that you hold represent wealth. Make it a game, make it an obsession. This stone becomes a huge diamond of wealth. And you feel it in your hands. And you imagine selling it to the highest bidder. And it becoming all that you would ever need in your life to purchase all the resources you would ever need in your life to be happy with your friends, family, and loved ones. And creative in mind and spirit and body, of course, at all times, preserving the only thing you're meant to do here, which is to live fruitful and multiply. It's the truth. Be calm. Feel good. Oneness with Source is the eventual goal. And the truth is, it's already happened. You're just veering off the path so much as to feel hear that? So much as to feel separate from all of these things. But we're not separate from these things as much as we're not separate from the calls of the coyote or the crooks in the wood of this home. All functioning off of the same source, the same gaming engine. And we are the programmers of our lives. We program our lives through our feelings. Our selected thoughts lead to our feelings. So be very choosy with your thoughts, for they'll determine how your day unwinds tomorrow. So focus wholeheartedly on the good, and this is the fastest way to improve your state of being.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.